Let's evaluate the privatization process in Uganda. Though the privatization policy was clear, its implementation had a number of problems. First is the timing and sequencing of privatization program were not proper. There was lack of market-friendly policy framework and a relatively well-developed institution and regulatory capacity to work alongside privatization. So their timing and the sequencing of privatization program was not proper. It was not clear to the public, so they could find it hard to buy the government-owned enterprises. Then there was inadequate public education, especially in the beginning. The public perception on privatization was mixed due to lack of transparency, and the public was insufficiently informed. They did not educate them, they did not sensitize them about privatization, the definition, its importance, and all that. So there was mixed feelings. You have a doubt before buying a government enterprise. You'd be like, what if it's a trap? Something like that. So there was inadequate public education. It was a problem. Another problem is regarding the fiscal objective. Privatization reduced government subsidies to public enterprises, but a lot of money was spent on restructuring and preparing the public enterprises for sale. So their main aim was to reduce on the money that is spent on public enterprises. But before selling something, they had to first restructure it. They have to first change it. They have to first prepare it, innovate it, and all that, and that is also money. So a lot of money was spent in the process, or a lot of money is spent in the process of privatization. Then the government's direct role in the economy was reduced, but this has been achieved to reduce corruption. There is still corruption in the few public enterprises, and in the private sector there is also corruption. It is suspected that corrupt officials and buyers have engulfed the process of privatization. In the privatization process, there are also corrupt people. In order for you to buy a public enterprise, you must have connections first of all. Then another problem is that the method adopted for privatization was a top-down approach to setting rules and establishing an approval process without involving the workers. So they did not involve the workers of the privatization, and they did not involve the buyers of the private enterprises. So the method adopted for privatization was a top-down approach. From the top to down, the decisions are made at the top, yet the enterprises are going to be bought by the down people. Yeah. Then let's look at the positive contribution for privatization to the economy of Uganda. The government is said to have achieved the goal of efficiency, productivity, and profitability. Since in the private sector, people are efficient, they are productive because they want to make profits out of their businesses. Then there has been an increase in employment opportunities during the privatization period. Once they privatize the industries, there is always increase in production in the private sector because their main aim is to make profit, and they have to increase on the production. Once the production increases, they create employment opportunities. Then remunerations have improved through distribution across workers shows discrepancies. There is better salary in private sector if you are maybe work if they're paying you per hour or they are using the output approach of paying you. The more you produce is the more they pay you. Yeah, so remunerations have also improved. Then privatization has to some extent improved people's welfare due to increase in productivity, output, and increased consumer choice. Once they privatize, and the things will be sold, it will increase on consumers' choice, since there will be a variety of products to choose from. Yeah, so those are some of the positive contribution of the private sector or privatization. Yeah. Thanks for watching. This has been the end of Ugandan Econ. This has been the end of the last topic, which is topic 6. Yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share with your friends. Tap on the join button. Become a member of the Niche Academy by subscribing to any package that you would love to.